My last drink was October 10th, 2020, and in this video, I'm gonna share my experience with being 900 days alcohol-free and what I've learned during that journey. So I got some cucumber mint water with me. It's so fresh, it's so delicious, and share this with you on the other side, and cheers. Hello love, so just a disclaimer, I didn't choose to give up alcohol for any type of alcohol dependency, and if you are physiologically dependent on alcohol, I'm not the expert on that, and I'm not advocating or promoting this. I'm just sharing, my personal experience of this journey and what it was like for me. So, let's get into it. I was overall becoming lighter at this point in my life in October 10th, 2020, when I had my last drink. My body actually refused it. The way my body deals with kind of anxious situations or uncomfortable things, or if my body doesn't like something, it will actually purge it up, and that's what happened on that day. And on that day, after purging it up in the forest, I was like, yeah, my body doesn't want this anymore. I think I've come to a place where I was becoming more clear. I was letting go of certain things, whether that was foods, whether that was, for this video, alcohol, whether that was habits or thoughts or people in my life. I was overall shedding a part of me from the past. And so me letting go of alcohol and taking that journey forward was just another way for me to shed the old part of myself and become somebody new. So that's why I share how it overall helped me become more lighter, even just, doing this on the weekends. I think I spent my weekends hiking, I spent my weekends creating, I spent my weekends journaling, I spent my weekends with friends by the water, I spent my weekends with my family. So there were other ways that I spent my weekends with a clear mind, a clear heart, and a clear intention forward without alcohol. So that's how the 900 days started. I had too much water. Okay, so getting into the second reason was, at this time in my life, I was in such a rigorous educational program, and my mental sharpness was essential every day for me to show up and learn and take in information, take in new experiences, new people, new relationships, while I was shifting into some sort of new identity. So I had to do that clear. And sometimes with alcohol or substances, you can have a sort of fog that takes over you when it's in your system. And so at this point, I was wanting to clear out my system and have a form of clarity while I was learning new things and performing at a pretty high level at this point in my life, mentally, which would translate, into physically and overall what I would call starting to a spiritual awakening, spiritually evolving and transforming as well. So mental sharpness is another benefit from being alcohol-free over these 900 days. I think we're all aware of the downsides of alcohol, so I don't have to really state that in this video, but I think we all are also aware of what our body feels like when we are rested, when we get adequate amount of sunlight, when we get an adequate amount of social interaction with our loved ones, also when we're in a good space and grounded and filling up our cup as well. So we'll move on to the next point, which is interesting, what I've dealt with, going from being adolescence to teenager to being in your 20s as well. So getting into the last point of dealing with the pressures of alcohol when I was on my 900-day journey. And so the pressures of alcohol come in when you're a teenager, especially when you're in college. My experience being at a party school, I was like that person who was like, I don't want to go out. I was like the one who would stay inside. get like harassed for wanting to be, let's go out, let's go. And eventually experiencing, going to the bar, going to the clubs, like my junior and senior year of college, but then kind of navigating and figuring out that, maybe this routine wasn't really for me. And so dealing with the pressures, even during this journey, it wasn't hard because I was focusing on other things in my life. But when someone's asking, do you want a drink? And you might feel like, you're being left out, or, you're lame, or, she's weird, was she not conforming? I just say, no, thank you. And then how many options are there today for alternative drinks? Like, you got kombucha, you've got all these other CBD drinks, you've got all these other bubbly beverages, you've got lemonade. Oh my God, what is better than lemonade? Squeeze a little lemon. I mean, there's so many other beverages, and for you to be comfortable in social situations, meeting new people, or comfortable alone when those times, maybe at night, when individuals would reach for something to fill them up, reach for a drink, reach for a substance, filling that time with something that keeps you grounded and focused on your journey, as well, to stay clear on your path without alcohol. So the story kind of dwindles into other areas, but dealing with the pressures of not drinking, I think the best answer is just no, or to not surround yourself with it. Or, you know what, if your friends are having a drink and they're enjoying their time, that's cool. Like, it doesn't really bother you, but you can just have your own drink and smile and laugh, and it's not the center of everything, is what I've learned over these 900 days. And so I just want to share my experience with you on the other end. And if you are on this journey as well, I'm sending my love and healing. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video, or comment what your journey has been for you. And until next time, love, thank you. This is Kim.